Today's video is going to be about how to throw a jab. Um, there's three ways that I typically use my jab. So I'm going to show you the three ways to throw it. Now, this video is set up for somebody who's been in the gym for a bit, been working the bag, and maybe started sparring. Your footwork is starting to come along, and now you're trying to you're taking that next step. Like you're gonna try and get a little bit crafty with your jab. Okay, the jab is the most important punch in boxing. It's also the most underutilized, in my opinion, in a lot of today's fighters. You don't see it enough. Um, so we'll just get right into it. The three ways that I like to use my jab are one, for straight offense, two, as offense and as defense. So I'll explain that when we get into the drill. And a third one is kind of like as a distraction to kind of get out of danger sort of thing. So these are the three ways I'm going to show you how to use your jab. So the first one, straight up, it's a straight up jab, nothing fancy. So when you're in your fighting stance and you're taking your position here, when you throw the jab, you want to make sure that you're behind your jab. And what I mean by that is, your hands are tight here, your shoulders up, your balance is good, and when you step in with your jab, your face is going to be right behind the punch. Now, typically when you throw your jab, your coach is going to say, like, move your head to the left, move your head to the right. I want to see some head movement. For this particular drill, we're not going to do that. I like to throw this jab when I'm sending a message. Maybe when I'm starting a sparring session, and I'm just going to stand in front of my partner, or when I take my next boxing match, I'm going to stand in front of my opponent, and you're going to be there and you'll be like, okay, I'm going to come in and I'm going to take your punch. I'm just going to take whatever you throw at me, but I'm throwing my jab. I'm going to let you know how strong my jab is. That's when you want to use this one. Okay, so you're going to stand in front of your opponent or in front of the bag or whatever, and you're going to throw the jab. It's going to come straight out, and it's going to be right in front of your face. You can't see my face now, but you can see my eyes. It's the most defensive, offensive jab I think that you can throw at the same time. My head isn't moving. I'm coming straight in and right behind my punch. Okay? We're not going to get into combos or anything like that right now. We're just going to throw a jab straight out, right behind, just like that. Okay? The second way I like to throw my jab is I want you to visualize an orthodox opponent or a southpaw opponent, if you're southpaw, throwing the jab at you. And what I want you to visualize is that jab coming this way. And what you're going to do is, as you throw your jab, you're going to lean forward, maybe 45-degree angle, coming this way. Okay? You're going to come out like this, and the jab is going to come out straight just as it is here. But as that jab comes out, okay, I'm going to drop my head off to the side and let the other jab slip by. So that's what they mean by like slipping the jab, right? So you're going to come out, not like this time. It's going to be like this. So the punch comes out the same. I'm leaning forward, but I'm coming off on an angle. So if you can see that right behind me there, straight up jab, right? Off to the side. Fist still comes out straight. Okay, it's right behind there, beyond the hose hanging behind me, right? But the head comes off the center line. Okay, and I'm stepping in the same time. Okay, and I'm still behind my punch, right? Right, my head's not up here, right? It's not below here, right? My chin isn't up, okay? It's right behind that punch. So I've got this one straight up, and I've got this one with the slip, okay? The third one, third way I like to throw my jab is to throw the jab out just like any other jab I would normally throw, except what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step directly perpendicular to my right. So it's going to look like this. As I throw the jab, I'm just going to step out of the way. Okay? I'm not going to lean, I'm not going to slip, I'm just going to go just step out to the side. Okay? And what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to kind of throw the jab as offense But as a defense, I'm gonna move to the outside of my opponent's lead hand if they're orthodox fighter, okay? And I move to the outside of my opponent's lead hand and their lead foot to kind of get me out of danger. So if I'm in there and I'm mixing it up a little bit, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get tired. I'm throwing combos, I'm throwing punches, and take a step back, or take a step to the side. And I'm right out of danger. You can do the same thing. You can take a step further backwards if you want, right? But throwing that jab out, okay, creates a split-second diversion in order for you to get out of danger. Let you catch your breath for a while, let you, reset yourself, and then get ready to go at it again. So let's start this again. So you got your straight up jab, okay, using the hoses behind me as a reference. I'm going to come in like this, right behind my jab. I'm going to come in, sending a signal. I'm going to take whatever you throw at me. Okay, I don't care. This is my jab and you're going to eat it. Like that. Okay, the second way is I'm going to slip the jab. Hand still comes out the same trajectory, but my head is going to come off the center line. I'm going to step in. Okay. The third way I throw my jab, okay, is I throw the jab, fist comes out the same, but I'm going to take my step and move this way. I'll step back a little bit so you can see my footwork. Okay, so I'm still in line here. I'm going to throw my jab and step to the side. Okay, straight up, slip, off to the side. Okay, that's just 3 ways that you can throw your jab. Practice that a little bit. You can mix it up if you're going to make a drill out of it. So mix it up. Okay, however you want to do it. Okay, but just give you a few pointers, get you out of danger, and give you a few ways to throw your jab.